Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to Healthify My Cuisine, your own health channel. Today's recipe is biryani, an emotion on the plate. The plate of biryani tells you so many stories, so many emotional stories. Today's biryani I am preparing with parboiled rice or unpolished rice. This is a biryani challenge. Now you can make your biryani with any rice. This rice is much more healthier than your white rice because it is parboiled and partially cooked rice. So I have here taken 1.5 cup of rice. I will soak it. The process of biryani making starts with soaking of rice. We should be well prepared in advance. I am washing the rice properly, thoroughly 2-3 times. Then I will soak the rice. This is the first step of biryani making, the soaking of rice. Now here I will soak the rice for about 1 hour. The biryani making is it takes a long time. It takes almost about 1 to 2 hours for making a classical biryani with all the steps sorted. I will make the chicken biryani. I have taken 1 kg of chicken. I will take out some chicken from it because for 1.5 cup of rice we will require almost 6 to 700 grams of chicken. So I have marinated the chicken. I will give the link in the description box to show you all how I have marinated this. For this marination, what things are required, that will be shown in the description box. Here I have separated some chicken pieces, the drumsticks, which I'll later make tandoori. I'll take 4 onions. This is what now it requires because all the masala and all the spices are already there in the marination. Cooking chicken is the second step, is cooking the chicken. Rice is getting soaked. Now we will cook the chicken. For that we will chop the onions finely. And uh, about this steamed rice, steamed rice, what happens to this parboiled rice, some water soluble nutrients move from bran of the rice to the from the rice kernel to the endosperm. Thus it makes it more healthier. In a wok I have taken mustard oil. You can take any oil or ghee as per your taste. So I have taken 1 tablespoon of oil here. I'll cook onions in the oil. I'll put onions here in the oil so that the further process of biryani I can initiate. So cooking onions, we should always add little bit of salt in the onions to speed up the process of cooking. Stir them continuously. One more thing about this parboiled rice or unpolished rice is that the starch in this is converted into the gel form, or which is known as resistant starch or the gel starch. What gel starch gets bypassed from the gut to the intestines, where they yield short chain fatty acids. The fermentation by the bacteria yields short chain fatty acids there. So this is a healthier option of rice, either brown rice or your parboiled rice. The parboiled rice is used here in this eastern part of region by many. So here the onions are getting cooked. At this stage I will put the chicken in it so that the chicken gets cooked. This chicken is already has been marinated, so it will not take so much of time in the process of cooking. So here I'll add the chicken. Chicken is added. I'll stir it well and let it cook for about 20 minutes. It will take hardly 20 minutes for this chicken to cook. While the distribution of heat in this iron pan is equal, it will get cooked more efficiently and more beautifully. I'll simmer it. I'll cook it on low flame. On the other hand, we have to do some masala preparation, the spice mix preparation for the biryani. So here I have taken jeera, I have taken cardamom, green cardamom, 1 cinnamon stick and 2 to 3 bay leaves. Now the second step here is You can also take this Shahi Biryani masala, available from any brand. The most important step one is to allow some kesar, to dissolve some kesar in, let it rest for some time in the milk, in hot milk, so that it releases all its flavors. Let's check what is the situation here. So situation is under control. So it's getting cooked gorgeously, beautifully. It's getting cooked. It has released water and some water from the yogurt too. The chicken is getting cooked. You can see the oil floating. We will come to another step, cooking this rice. Rice is getting soaked. It has been soaked well. Please note, this is not biryani rice. You can use regular biryani rice. The procedure is same. I have taken care to show you the complete procedure. Even the beginners can do it if we are well prepared in advance. This is a step-by-step process. We will keep the water for boiling. This is very important step, that after soaking the rice you need a boiling water. In the boiling water we will add salt. This is the salt where the rice will soak. Only this salt will be soaked by the rice, and we'll add 3 bay leaves. Bay leaves are good, they stimulate our digestion. We'll add crushed cardamom. I'm sorry I couldn't adjust camera, so I need some tutorials for adjusting camera, but the procedure is the same, the authentic procedure I'm showing you. So I'll 1 stick of cinnamon also, and I will add some bay leaves, cinnamon. You can also add a big cardamom, and you can also add pepper if there are no kids in your house. So we'll cover the lid and let it cook, let it boil. So let it boil. Let's see what happened to the chicken here. Oh, gorgeous. Chicken is beautifully cooked. The oil is floating, although I hadn't put too much of oil, but this oil is floating. This proves that we don't need too much of oil for cooking. I'll put the flame off, and now the biryani water, the rice water is also boiling. We'll put the soaked rice inside this hot boiling water. I put all the rice here, and we'll check that we don't have to cook the rice too much. We should handle rice very gently so that it doesn't break. Since this is a parboiled rice, not biryani rice, I don't have to worry about that. But generally biryani rice is thin and long grained. That should be handled very beautifully and gently. Let us see, we don't have to cook it too much. We have to cook it partially, so that it has to be cooked later while layering. In the meantime, we'll do another preparation. In a glass of water, we will add some kevda gel, meetha attar, and rose water. Kindly note, kevda gel, meetha attar, and rose water. These 3 things we will add. I will add these details in the description box. So kesar is leaving the color, beautiful gorgeous color. The kevra water is ready. Kevra water, gulab gel, and meetha attar is ready. I have not used meetha attar here, but using meetha attar is very important for that beautiful and gorgeous smell of the biryani, that fragrance of the biryani. So you can see the rice is floating. That means it is parboiled, it is partially cooked. At this stage, you need to strain the rice. Yes, you need to strain the rice. Now strain the rice completely. There should not be any water molecule left. So straining the rice. In next step, you can see rice is cooked, and had it been biryani rice, it would have elongated a bit, but this is not white biryani rice. I am showing you the GI index of this brown rice is less than the white rice. This is much healthier version of the rice. What happens in the polished rice? All the husk, the bran, the germ of the rice gets removed during milling. Those suffering with some particular disease or on a restricted diet, they can also live their life beautifully. Life doesn't come to an halt. Life becomes more disciplined when you are a diabetic or on a certain restricted diet. I'm showing it for those who are suffering with some sufferings, who wish to reverse their disease. See, we all love to have pop up the pills and we forget about our disease. When we will think about reversal, it will happen. Now I am preparing the biryani masala. I am roasting the masala. I strongly believe in preparing masala at your own choice. So this way you can avoid the things which you do not want. I am sorry for this camera adjustment. This will be a really learning for me in my next video. So I am explaining you. Hope I could explain you very well. Now masala, I have grinded the masala. These some things you can also use biryani masala. Now comes the very important part of biryani. This is a layering step. Before layering, we will grease it. I have took 1 tablespoon of ghee, 1 good tablespoon of ghee. We will be having biryani during the lunch, and those who are suffering with some disease, they should eat everything, but the portion control and the time of eating. So eating this in your lunch, you all the diabetics, you all thyroid patients, those who want to reverse their disease, those who do not want to depend on pills whole life, so they can eat this biryani in their lunch as a lunch recipe and have sit in a vajrasan so that they can digest it properly. Now first layer is done. The second layer of chicken, I have not used any eggs, not potatoes, because it's a diabetic friendly biryani. No eggs, no potatoes. Now here I have layered it properly with the chicken, and then we will put some masala, biryani masala, which I had roasted and prepared. I will layer it again with another layer of rice. This much rice I am having, so I'm sorry again for this camera adjustment. I'm doing it with one of my hand, and I'll soon get the stand because I'm getting overwhelming response from all of you. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much for loving the recipes, healthy recipes. There are so many people who really want to reverse their diseases, who don't want to live with their pills. I'm working for them. The way I have almost reversed my thyroid problem, and way I have almost helped so many people to reverse their diabetes and blood sugar and high blood pressure, I want everyone to reverse them. I want this world to be disease free. So layering is done, masala is done. You should add some water in this. I add some salt in this water. This is low sodium salt, so that if there is any salt is less in this, you can adjust the salt with the addition of salt in the kevda water, the water mix, kevda, gulab jal and meetha atar water mix. This way the rice will imbibe all the salt from this water. So we will layer it with some coriander leaves and mint leaves, and then lemon juice. Coriander leaves, mint leaves, lemon juice. So this is done. Now the next step is you can also top it up with some ghee and this kesar milk, this beautiful gorgeous kesar milk, which will impart a gorgeous color to the biryani. I don't use any food coloring, low grade food coloring. This is the best thing from Kashmir. So this is kesar, Kashmiri kesar, saffron. So we being Kashmiris, we have to use this. So we'll add that water. Now I have added the water. Which water? The water in which I had put kevda and gulab jal and meetha atar. Top it up with some ghee. Ghee is very good for the assimilation of those water soluble and fat soluble vitamins. One more important step is sealing Sealing is very important. Sealing the lid is very important. I had some leftover atta dough in my refrigerator, so I have used it here. Now this gives a perfect sealing so that no steam escapes and it gets cooked in its dum. That's why it's called dum biryani. Dum means, yeah, I have not put any other pressure on it or nothing on the tawa. I will not place in, since my vessel cookware is sandwiched cookware. In the meantime, I am preparing raita. I strictly we would say don't prepare kheere ka raita. Kheera and dahi is totally virud ahar in Ayurveda. That is a matter of discussion in some other video. So I have prepared the raita with some bathwa saag and this onions and a little bit of tomatoes with the addition of pink salt. You can see steam is coming out. The biryani seems to be finely cooked. I have a glass lid so I can see through it. Those who do not have the glass lid, they can also check it with the dough. If you feel that the dough is hardened and dough is almost cooked, you can be rest assured that the biryani is cooked. Moreover, it is a 40-minute affair. So within the 40 minutes the biryani gets dum gets complete. There will be so many shortcut videos available in YouTube, but there is no shortcut for making that perfect plate of biryani, that blend. So this is also one test, that you throw some water and you will see it will get evaporated. You spray some water here on the vessel, outer side of the vessel, and you will see it will get evaporated within fraction of seconds. That means the rice inside and the biryani inside has cooked well. Now I will put off the stove and let it rest here. For biryani preparation is not an easy task. There is no shortcut for hard work. So it takes you almost, in all the process in total, it takes you 2 hours. I started at 12 and ended it up at 2 p.m. So the opening ceremony, my husband does this, the opening ceremony. This is the opening ceremony. These are winters. We are soaking in some sunshine and having our lunch in our bedroom today. So here you can see how well each grain separated and each grain is cooked gorgeously. You can see biryani has not stuck in the bottom. There is no sticking of biryani in the bottom. This has cooked. The kesar has lent its gorgeous color. The raita is ready and the biryani is being served. This is a parboiled rice, unpolished rice, the healthier rice. I am telling you, you can use your own rice. Thanks for watching this. This is what I made out of the leftover chicken which I had separated, the chicken drumsticks. If you like the video, if you like the procedure, please like, share and subscribe my channel. This is your own channel showing you healthify ways of your cuisines, your own cuisines. These are some of the pictures which you show you how layering is important, how sealing is important. So it yielded us 6 plates of biryani.